everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Beauty Passion. So I got some news for y'all, some tea. Yes, so let's start with the good and the bad. Well, actually, let's start with the bad news. Womply denied me for my second draw application. Actually, it wasn't Womply, it was Dreamspring per se. They said my person that was supposed to, the lender was Dreamspring. They denied me for my second draw application. I sat in lender submitting for, let's see, I submitted my second draw application to Womply on April 9th. I sat in lender submitting until May 15th. So almost a month I sat in lender submitting. Lender processing, then it went to lender submitting. Then it went from lender submitting to denied. So I want to tell y'all what I did to get approved for my second draw application once you get denied. But first, I need you to comment, like, and subscribe to this video, because I'm giving you all the good tea about the PPP loan. Now, you only got a good, let me see what today is. Today the 21st. You only got a good 10 days to get into the PPP portals, the people that still are processing them, which is Womply and Blue Acorns. I think they're still processing them. You only got 10 days to get up in there and get your application. And to be honest, if they run out of funds, they're just going to deny you. But when I got denied, they still had funds. So when I went into my application on May 15th, it said denied. It said lender denied or application denied. When I pressed on to learn more, it said that I can reapply if I think that this is an error. So that's what I did. I went in and I reapplied. Now, side note, the reason why I think that I got denied is because I never uploaded my bank statements. Now, at one point, Womply was not asking for bank statements. About a month ago, they started asking for bank statements. But I didn't upload my bank statements because I read something that said you could do either or. You can either upload your bank statements for February 2020 or you can link your bank account. Well, come to find out, you need to do both. Because I know somebody that did both and they got approved and they got funded for their second draw. So I think the reason why I got denied is because I did not upload my February 2020 bank statements. So if they're emailing you, and they emailed me too. They emailed me a couple times and told me to upload them. But again, I thought it was a glitch because I had already linked my bank account to Womply or to Dreamspring, whoever, to Womply. So if you get that email that tells you to link your bank account or manually upload your bank account, make sure you do it so the lender won't deny you like they did me. So that was the reason why I think I got denied. So on May 15th, I got denied. I went in and reapplied the same day on Womply. Now, when I went in and reapplied on Womply on May 15th, it asked me to link my bank account and upload my bank statements. So previously when I did it, it was either one or the other. Once you linked it, you got a green check and that was it. Now they're asking for both. They're asking for you to link your bank account and to upload your bank statements from February 2020. So make sure you do that. I did both of them this time. I uploaded my February 2020 bank statement and I linked my bank account. Once I did that, I went right into doing my identity check. Once you do your identity check, which again is something new, they want you to upload the front and the back of your ID, and they want you to take a side-to-side selfie, kind of like a mug shot. Once you do that, your identity check should go into green. The check should go into green. And then once they look at your bank statements and your Schedule Cs, all that stuff upload, everything should be green. In 24 to 48 hours, all your check marks should be green. So if your check marks, when you go back and check in, there's still an exclamation point in an orange circle, check back in another day or so. And if they're still orange, I advise you to go in there and do it again if you can. Because it might be a glitch going on. because there's a lot of people on the website doing stuff. So just go in there and just make sure all your checks are green. All right, so all my checks turned green the next day on May 18th. So 3 days after I uploaded my second draw application for the second time around now. I got denied. I'm reapplying to do my second draw application for my PPP loan. On May 18th, I received my promissory note. Now, I never received my promissory note the first time I did my second draw application from Womply. I never received it. This time, or from Dreamspring. Oh, let me go back a little bit. I actually called Dreamspring. They returned my call after I got denied, and they said they didn't see my application in their system at all. So in my mind, Womply probably never sent my application to Dreamspring. They probably was just waiting for me to upload my bank statements before they sent it to Dreamspring. Now, when Womply sends your file to the lender, it has to be complete. Everything has to be completed. So if you don't complete everything, you don't send them in everything, they're not going to send it to the lender. So my application pretty much sat in limbo for all those weeks and then finally got denied. So when I called Dreamspring again, they let me know that they returned my call about a week later and told me that they did not have my file. And again, that's because Womply never submitted it to them because I never uploaded my bank statements. All right, back to it. May 18th, I signed my promissory note. Now, I've noticed that, let me take a little sip of water to give y'all this tea, honey. Let me give y'all this tea. Okay, so when I read my promissory note, I looked for the lender to see was it still Dreamspring, and surprisingly, my lender has changed to Harvest. Now, Harvest is one of the lenders that I know Womply works with, and they move the fastest. So people that I've known that got their first draw and their second draw, they went through Harvest within a month. So you get your first draw, 2 weeks later you get your promissory note, 2 weeks from that you get funded. So within a month, they got their first and their second draw PPP loan from them. So Harvest is the ones that do it the quickest. So I'm thinking Dreamspring just aren't taking any applications. So if your lender ever said Dreamspring, I think that you should go back in there and do a second draw application, because I think what Womply is doing is making Harvest take on second draw applications too. I think in the beginning, they just wanted Harvest to deal with first draw applications and second draw applications if you did them together. So basically, if you did your first draw, your second draw through Womply at the same time, you only went through one lender. You went through Harvest. If you never, because I didn't go to Womply for my first draw. I went to Blue Vine or Lendio. I went to Lendio. So I went to Lendio and Blue Vine. So if you did not do your first draw application with Womply, they automatically send your second draw to Dreamspring. So that's what I think that they stopped using Dreamspring, because maybe they're not a CFDI affiliate. Those are the only banks that have money left. So Harvest probably is one of those banks that still have money left. So they just probably cut off all applications going to Dreamspring because they were not able to fund any more applications because they're not one of these CFDI banks, DI banks or CFI banks. So that's the good news. If you do your second draw application over, again, if you have been sitting in lender submitted and you have not uploaded your bank statements, you need to cancel your application, or if you upload them, they'll be sending you to a different lender, which is Harvest. Harvest, again, sent me my promissory note in 3 days. 3 days I got my promissory note. Once I signed my promissory note, I went into lender submitting. So now, since they had an overwhelming group that left Dreamspring and went to back to Harvest for the second draw, I've been in lender submitting since May 18th. So what's today? Today's the 21st. So I only been in lender submitting for 3 days. Yeah, about 3 days I've been in lender submitting. So it hasn't been that long. Quite honest, based on other applications that I've seen being done, it takes at least a week after you receive your promissory note. It takes about a week before they fund you. It'll go into funding after you sign your promissory note. So in my mind, it might take about 2 weeks because, again, the lenders are overwhelmed. The ones that still have money, they're overwhelmed. So Harvest probably was moving fast. They're still moving pretty much fast than other lenders. So probably expect your funding from promissory note to funding in about a week or two. All right. So if you have not submitted your application for the PPP loan, watch my last video. It has a locator on there in the description box on what banks still have money. It has the link to Womply, because you can still go on Womply and do your application if you have not did a PPP loan application. And then it also has the link to Blue Acorns. It also has a link to Blue Acorns. So pick one of those lenders. I have not went to Blue Acorns. I haven't dealt with them. I heard people that went to them and they had a little problems, but you know, I guess it depends on what your situation is. I think those people that have problems are people that use Chime Bank. Chime is not accepting any PPP loans from Blue Acorns. I don't know why, but they stopped accepting them. If you go through Benworth Capital, if that's your lender, they will accept your Chime deposit if you go through Benworth Capital. If you go through Blue Acorns, they're not accepting Chime payments from Blue Acorns. I don't know why. Like I said, I got a couple people that received their Chime payments when they went through Benworth Capital. So, to be honest, just go and open a bank account if you can. If you can't, find another lender. I see that you can link your Walmart prepaid card, something like Walmart NetSpend card. Go and get that from Walmart. They do have that on the list of banks on Womply that you can link to your account. So go ahead and get that. If you don't have a bank account, go ahead and get that Walmart, I want to say green dot card, because it's actually on the website as a bank that's listed for Womply. All right, so I hope that was helpful to you all. If you're sitting in lender submitting and your lender was Dreamspring, cancel your application, redo it, and you'll be going to Harvest. Again, Harvest sent me my promissory note in 3 days. If you're sitting in lender submitting and you know your lender was Dreamspring, cancel it, redo it, go to Womply. They're gonna give you Harvest. If you have not uploaded your your bank statements for the second or third time, if you have not uploaded your bank statements, then you need to upload your bank statements, and then, because you're just going to be denied. If you don't upload your bank statements, you're going to be denied. Because I did my application before they required that, and I was still denied. All right, so I hope this was helpful information. We got 10 days left before the PPP is gone. Oh, no. Then I'll be going back to my regular content. I'm excited about that. I'm ready to get back to couponing. I'm ready to get back to vlogging and, having talks. I have car talks with you all. So I'm excited to get back to that content. The PPP content was great. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I was able to help anyone and I was able to help. But after the PP deadline, I will not be doing any more PPP loan videos unless I'm doing maybe an update or something like that. But that content is just pretty much going to stop. I do need to bring content for our targeted EIDL. I want to give you some information about that. So I will be giving you doing a video about the targeted advanced EDIL. So the EDIL targeted advance, okay? The economic injury disaster loan targeted advance. That's going to be the next video. Thank you all for watching. Heck, Joe is Beauty Passion, and I'm out.